hate pulling out nice cedars like this because I could transplant those in a lot of different places on the farm, but right now time is of the essence, courtesy of Mother Nature. Okay, so that was my daughter calling. I think I might have found a new stand location where I'm not going to get into a sanctuary too far, but you could see this is a rock outcropping all the way right here. And I know the deer travel in here. See that flat spot here? It's all rock. Most of these trees are straight, so you're going to be sticking out like a sore thumb, but then I found this one right here. It's a big oak, and it's got, you know, a bunch of different offshoots, and I could fit right up in that V, and I could have some cover. Come in here with the excavator and just clear a shooting lane that way, and a shooting lane down this way, because I could see they're coming up right in this spot here up on this rock hill. So, and that's all sanctuary down there. I've hinge cut all of that down there. These last 2 winters I've hinge cut, and it's just so thick and nasty. So I'm kind of up on the edge of this sanctuary. So I think this will work. I think I can sneak in here and maybe get a new stand up and give it a whirl here in a week or so. Okay, so this is my plan on the excavator. We're gonna get rain tonight, but if you see them big oak cluster back there, I'm gonna cut a nice shooting lane from where I'm sitting, and it's going to basically be lined up with that tower, so it's going to serve 2 purposes. During gun season, I'll have a nice shooting lane into the thick woods. Why is my light on? So it's going to serve 2 purposes. It's going to be a shooting lane for gun season into the thick woods, and it's going to be a shooting lane if I hunt that stand in there. So now that I'm much better on this machine, this won't take me very long at all to cut this lane. That's maybe 100 yards, I'm going to say. Oh, look at this, perfect. Clean the mud off first. I was last digging for the duck pond, but last time I cleared these trees here for this power line, that was like a really super newbie with the excavator, and it took me forever. So now, I mean, I'm thinking 15-20 minutes, and I should have a nice shooting lane open all the way through. These skinny ones, I forgot what they are. I think they're locusts, but they're tough little buzzards to get out. There, man, much better than, what was it, 2 years ago now already? Wow. This thing opened up before you know it. Yeah, this won't take long at all, but if my phone would leave me alone for just a little bit, I mean, that's taking more time than anything, you know. It's beeping, it's dinging, it's texting, it's phone calls, it's WhatsApp. But this won't take long at all. I'm going to make, they'll probably use it to approach the food plot right behind me. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, much quicker when you got a pretty good feel for the machine. A lot of people used to give me some guff, you know, how it was hard to watch me operate, but all of you guys that have followed me, you know that I documented basically teaching myself the excavator from square one. I mean, right from the get-go. So the whole point of that was that if other people want to do it, you know, if they ever get an excavator or want to rent one, was to show that, hey, you could teach yourself how to use pretty much any machine, especially with the help of YouTube channels, you know, Let's Dig and a couple other ones that I kind of use to kind of learn techniques and stuff. Of course, I'm always watching the excavators and what they're doing, asking questions and why. Well, we'll just get one path in here, 6-8 foot wide, and then we can make it wider. Of course, we're trying to beat the rain tonight, so it's always an issue with that frickin' rain. Always an issue. And of course, you know, these last few days have been beautiful. Of course, I had like 3 doctor appointments stacked up. Easy now. You know, you always get your BS, you know, stuff like doctor appointments and whatnot on beautiful days. But at least the weathermen were wrong today. I mean, they said today there was a 40 or 50% chance of rain today. So at least I got a couple hours. That's tangled mess here. This is that honeysuckle covering a bunch of small trees and bushes. Man, it's like tough to pull out. It's even harder to walk through. I don't know, I'm sure you guys that have this stuff know exactly what I mean, and that's why the deer like it. It's very hard to even walk through. Dirt path here when I'm done. Being home, time for dinner. Alright, so I'm at the base of this oak tree that I want to put a stand in, and there's an old fence line right here. An old barbed wire fence. Was probably the property line at one time. Just trying to clear the one of these posts and the barbed wire. I know you guys can't see it, but it's in there. So I made it to the tree. There's the tree right there. And I'll probably just clear this a little bit, turn around. And, well, I kind of squiggled a little bit, but I got a 6-foot path. Now I'll make it wider on my way back. Alright, so now I just turned around and I'm going to work my way back. Make it wider as I go, and then hopefully then I'll grade it out a little bit so it'll look like a nice little new woods road. And there'll be deer tracks in it by morning, I guarantee that 100%. I mean, they're just so curious that they have to inspect everything that happens in their woods. Check back in a minute. pulling out nice cedars like this because I could transplant those in a lot of different places on the farm, but right now time is of the essence, courtesy of Mother Nature. So I'm pulling these out. Yeah, I mean they're considered invasive, but they're actually native to southern Illinois, the red cedars. So it's not like they're non-native invasive. They're called native invasive. They are native, but they just kind of take over. Just push down this locust, cracked it, hate them things. See, I got an oak right here. I'm pretty sure that's an oak because the leaves are still on it. So I'll leave that. It'll be right on the edge of this path. And actually there's two of them, and those will be great scrape trees. If I keep this trail maintained, it'll be perfect. They'll be rubbing and scraping on them little oak trees right on the edge of the new road. Alright, I'm going to try and push this big locust tree over. I don't know that I'll be able to. I'm going to try though. These things are really tough. Oh! Yeah, this is going to take a while. Stuck on it. Yeah, I'll have to dig the base a little bit. Just wanted to get these lower branches down because in a minute you'll see why. You'll see my shoot house on the food plot, and all these branches here are in the way. So I'm just going to strip these branches for now, and I will accomplish the mission. Having a really nice new road through here, and a shooting lane in both directions, one for archery and one for gun. So here's a look up there. You can see the shoot house and my food plots out there, and behind me is the gnarly oak that I hope to put a stand in, looking over the ridge on the bottom, and this shooting lane where I'm sitting here all the way up to the top. You just can't do this with a tractor, or I mean a dozer you can, but I mean I got what, 30-40 minutes here. It just shows how capable a mini excavator is. Alright, so here's my final grading coming out of the woods. So many things you could do with equipment when you got an imagination for your property. Give you one more quick look at it here the other direction. It's looking really nice. Come on. One thing I wish this thing had was just a little more snot in the tracks. A little more snot. Alright, here it is. I absolutely hate, when I cut a road, I absolutely hate these things. But you'll be here all day picking them out one at a time. What you do after this is you run your bush hog over it in the, in the spring, fall, summer, whatever, when the weeds start growing. Then you'll keep it really nice. So another improvement to the land here. Here's my two oak trees, my scrape trees. I bet you I could hang a dripper here right now, make a mock scrape here, and I bet you they'd start using it. They just love these open lanes like this in the woods. So stay tuned. I might still hunt that. Hopefully I can get a stand up there this season yet. Rock and roll, baby.